Eric Burgess here with Music Marketing TV, and today we are checking out Nightfox Audio's String Central. We're going to be writing some music with it. First, let's just go over the plugin itself. So we have a bunch of different layers. So this is just the default patch. And then there are a series of patches that feature just the individual layers, and then these sort of hybrid patches that bring in different elements of the different layers with various effects and things. So let's really quick just go through some of these. So we have some fortes, we have staccatos, we've got Tremolo Hard, Tremolo Soft, Smooth Legato, Legato Wide, Solo Legato, Breathy, Texture Swell, Pizzicato. I really like this one. Kind of a cool one. Synth Strings. And Synth Strings 2, and then another texture. So you can bring these up via the faders right here and change the various amounts. And if you click on one of them, you get some EQ, compression, and some voice settings, setting like how wide the signal is. You can pan it, those kinds of things. And then we have these macros down here. These are sort of just like global effects that allow us to just dial in things very quickly. There's an arpeggiator. The arpeggiator is extremely useful. Settings for the arpeggiator over here on the side. But what I find the most useful is if you go to the pattern builder, you can generate different patterns pretty quickly. And they also give you a format option. And this is really useful. It's probably the place I spend most of my time. And then after the arpeggiator, we have the effects, and you can add effects in these slots. So kind of your standard, what you would expect sorts of effects, and then some modulators. You should be aware that turning on some of these settings here, like the velocity curve, will turn off the arpeggiator. So if I turn arpeggiator on, see the velocity curve has turned off. That threw me for a loop the first time. So just so you know, they're on separate pages. So it's kind of like, oh, I think the arpeggiator just turned off, and that would be why. Okay, so let's go through some of the, I'd say more fun patches. There are some cool ones in here. They've already got some arpeggios, but I find that I like just starting from scratch usually when I'm doing those. So let's look at some of the ensembles. This is the first patch, all the moves. Let's just check out some of these real quick. That's kind of cool. This actually might work pretty well for arpeggiation, so let's go with that one for now. And let's just start off our track here with some kind of arpeggiator. So I'm going to go to Pattern Builder. I'm going to choose a scale. I don't know. Let's go for Dorian. Why not? And we're going to hit Generate. It'll generate, and we have some settings here for changing them, but most of the time you're just going to hit Generate. And the format right here is like it's going to repeat something 3 times, something different the fourth time. And we got to turn the arpeggiator on if we want to hear this. So right now it's playing and all the notes are the same velocity. So let's go ahead and hit generate. So this is going to give us some more interesting shapes. Maybe just hit this a few times and we will generate. Oh, this is note lengths. This is velocity. So you combine these to get different lengths, and these things together form some pretty nice patterns pretty quickly. Let's see here. We'll go for 4, and we could try some of the other forms. We could try ABAB, generate, and turn this on again. After messing with this for a little bit, I often find myself just wanting to write my own in after I've got some inspiration from the arpeggiator. Let's go ahead and turn the pattern builder off. And I like this because you can add in harmonies and sort of develop things more naturally. But if you're looking for just a quick startup, you could go with that. I am going to write one and give me just a sec. Okay, I've come up with this phrase. A little more complicated than something you would be able to do with the arpeggiator. It sounds like this. And I think it would be cool to have some of the macros moving while it's playing. So I'm going to come up with a cool combination of that and have them automate in. So it's going to come in with this sort of moving phrase, and then we're going to hit it with some stabs to get things going. So let me go ahead and do some of this automation just to sort of see what's around. Let's move some of these controls and just see what they have to offer us. Something I don't normally need to do that I'm going to be doing here is these front controls don't have CCs set up automatically. So normally when I move them, they have something, but they don't. So in FL, what you do is you right click and you go to like learn MIDI CC, and then you can come and move it, and that will link it to the control. In case you're going to try this. Yeah, these aren't hooked up, at least at this current time. So I'm going to go ahead and do this myself. Okay, so I have this opening section here. It's got this verb. This is the filter movement, verb, and the distortion. All right, so what I'm going to do now is let's grab another string central. Go here for it, string central. And let's find another patch. Let's go for ensembles again. Okay, and we have this sort of minor vibe going on. So let's see if we can't capitalize on that. So we'll do a C minor thing right here. And then maybe we'll go up, maybe down to something a little bit crunchier. And we'll toss the 5th on for now. And let's have it at the beginning. Yeah, let's try it out. Okay, and let's make this one note since it has a bit of a ramp up. The sustain notes will make more sense. And let's have these be louder. A little bit of voicing goes a long way. Okay, and let's keep going here. And let's add another string central. This one, we're going to be looking a little bit more for bass stuff. So let's come on. I really am enjoying these ensembles. It could work. I'm not digging the synthetic. I think it's just pizzicato that's on. Yeah, let's take these textures off. Let's add it in the texture though. Yeah, why not? And we'll try breathy. Doesn't do a whole lot here. Texture swell. All right, so with these layers, I like this. Let's add on a thing that comes in right here. Okay, so we're gonna go to that point. That's gonna be the end of this composition. It's gonna be just a short little thing, but we're gonna sell it more by adding in. I want another layer, so let's grab another string central, and this time let's go for pads, perhaps. That's got a lot of distortion on it. Let's higher up though is pretty nice. So we're going to just come in here. I only want the last two chords here. And let's go into here and paste those in. And let's really quick just see. Okay, and something else we're going to do, we're going to group those, Control G with them selected, and I am going to change these to be sort of a line that just ascends and gets much louder than before. Yeah, you know, that's pretty nice. So I think we'll call it there because I don't want to go too much into adding things that aren't string central and just because then we get into mixing and a whole bunch of other ideas. But I just wanted to show you what this plugin is capable of. This is completely on its own right now. So it'd be pretty easy to really beef this up, just adding in a couple synths and things. And there's also some cool textures in here that I don't feel like we've completely taken advantage of. Like we could probably have some stuff throughout the whole thing that just sets sort of an ambiance. But other than that, yeah, at this point I start reaching for other sounds and mixing it in together to create sort of a more theatrical moment. But this is as far as I'd probably go with String Central at the current moment. We could come in here and mix it a little bit too, but I actually think we've reached a pretty cool point pretty fast. So let's go ahead and just hear it from the beginning. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.